must be revealed. Importing tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of Afghans to the United States is bound to pose major challenges with huge financial, cultural, and security costs. Of course, Biden wants you to believe that he's got this whole vetting thing totally under control.
We're conducting thorough security screening and the intermediate stops they're making for anyone who is not a U.S. citizen or a lawful permanent resident of the United States. Anyone arriving in the United States will have undergone a background check.
Oh, a background check with those great Afghan files. Now, raise your hand if you trust the people behind the current border crisis here and the Afghanistan debacle to properly vet each and every one of these people. The fact is, we've already seen potential bad actors nearly slip through the system. Defense One is reporting earlier today that security screeners at the Al Kuwait Air Base in Qatar have detected that at least one of the Afghans who was evacuated from Kabul has potential ties to ISIS. Oh, goody. You might say, hold on, Ingraham, it's just one person caught before arriving in the United States. But here's the thing. It's not just one person. Defense One goes on to report the DoD has flagged up to 100 of the 7,000 Afghans evacuated as prospective recipients of the special immigration visas as potential matches to intel agency watch lists. Well, it's just 100. Now remember, we will likely be bringing in thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, more refugees from Afghanistan. Enough is enough. So right now, right away, the GOP has to step up. We need real oversight here, not symbolism. Our country's in danger. The GOP must press for immediate answers to the following questions. Number one, why are non-Americans being evacuated before Americans? Number two, how many Americans are likely to be left behind? What will happen to them? Number three, how many non-Americans are being brought to this country now? The real number. Is there any reason to believe that the vetting is actually being done in accordance with U.S. law? Is there any reason to believe that the vetters have any interest other than open borders? And number four, where are the non-Americans going to be settled? And do state and local officials have any say in that matter? Number five, are we paying the Taliban to stop them from attacking the airport? If so, under what legal authority are these payments being made? All of this has to be investigated immediately. Biden says now's not the time. Yes, now's the time. The GOP must also be prepared to go to court. Every American's got to get out of there, but our Constitution and our laws have to be followed every step of the way. The Biden people, as I just said, just lost that case on the stay in Mexico policy at the Supreme Court. We have to assume they're breaking the law here as well. And finally, the GOP must make clear that it will not support more defense spending until Austin, Milley, and Sullivan are all gone. Otherwise, we're just going to be throwing good money after bad. They'll start listening then. Biden's team is not going to act in good faith. There's no point in pretending otherwise. The Democrats cannot be allowed to take a crisis of their own making and then turn around and use that crisis to change or flout U.S. refugee policy. They've already tried that on the border. Because they turned the border into a magnet and women and babies are showing up there, it's desperate. We now have to let everybody in, even if doing so is contrary to U.S. law. No way. It's time for GOP members to do their constitutional duty to protect what's left of our laws and our national security. And that's the angle.